Hey guys, it's the Life According to the Bandies. No?
No. Bandy Family Adventure.
Bandy Family Adventure.
Welcome back.
Thanks for joining us again here, guys. And we just want to thank you all initially for the support of everyone liking our pages and following us and all that. Kind of overwhelmed by all that. So thank you very much for taking. This week, we really wanted to focus on life in the chaos.
Yep. So we're in uncharted waters here, new territory. I'm sure everybody is feeling the effects the same way we are about coronavirus. So we're gonna take the next couple minutes and kind of just talk about like how chaotic life for us and how we're speaking life into it. So grab your coffee and come join us.
It's such a crazy world right now with everything, with all the panic and pandemic and the whole nine yards. And Steph and I really believe in the power of the spoken word, of just how your words, that old nursery rhyme when we were kids, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Could never be more wrong, because it's those things we heard when we were kids, or even now, that really just hurt, and they stick with us because they're that unseen wound that you can't just put a cast on or put a Band-Aid on.
Yeah, I'm sure many of you guys, like us, are still even struggling with things that people have spoken over us or said to us, even growing up during this uncharted territory that we're in right now, right?
Chaos.
Are we going to call it chaos? We'll call it chaos.
Chaos.
Right. So the chaos that's going on right now, and I mean, if you turn on social media, you see the chaos. You see everybody going. You have the left, and you have the right, and then you have the up, and you have the down. Everybody has their own thoughts on masks. Everybody has their own thoughts on if coronavirus actually kills or not. Everybody has their own thoughts of I'm not going anywhere until a vaccine's made.
On just the whole gambit of everything. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. Needless to say, we're not going to get into that because that's speaking into the chaos. That's not speaking into life. So with your marriage, for instance, what are you doing if you're married and you're watching this right now? What are you doing to speak life? And it's not one of those things, we don't want you to misunderstand and think that it's that, I have to find a silver lining in all this, because it's not about taking something negative that's right in front of you and finding a way to make it a positive. That's not really speaking life into anything. That's kind of ignoring the delivery of the chaos. It's you're living in your own little world, and while there's times that can be a good thing, it's not really good in your marriage if you're living in your own little world and your spouse is living in their own little world. Odds are those little worlds drift apart, and it's really hard to get them back on a path together. It takes time.
Well, now the world has kind of collided you back on the same path together, and you're stuck in the house for like 30 days with each other.
Or more, because some states have gone more, and depending on the outbreaks and the different things there.
And then you've got people who even have, I am all about like the kids go outside or do anything outside, and it's like come inside and sanitize them down, and Rob's like, let them play. So even at that, you have conflicting feelings about how life is right now, and how are you encouraging each other? What are you saying to each other to be able to speak life to each other in this time? Your spouse might be stressed out about not having a job. I'm struggling right now with my sense of purpose. I love my job. Not a lot of people get to say they're doing their dream job in the military, but right now I am fulfilling my dream job. I have clawed tooth and nail to get to where I am, and I love my job. But right now we're not teaching. We are not considered mission essential. So I've lost my sense of purpose. So there are days where I struggle even just to get up out of bed, and having that support of your spouse instead of your spouse nagging you, arguing with you, throwing more chaos on top of the chaos you're already feeling. Support, speak that life. You are important. You are loved. You are treasured. Speaking those words of importance, words that God has asked us to speak over each other, can really help in times like this, especially when you're struggling with your sense of purpose, your sense of identity. Some people identify with their jobs and they've lost their jobs. And so it's kind of how can you as the spouse help support and uplift how can I help support and uplift my husband during this time? Or how can I support and uplift my wife during this time? Because life has collided. And while in the past we've probably driven on two separate paths and we've kind of, Rob does his thing and I do my thing and then we kiss goodnight and wake up and do it all over again. There's a Hallmark movie out there like that.
Shocking, a Hallmark movie out there like that.
So yeah, how are you, because the worlds have collided, how are you speaking life into the chaos in your marriage?
The biggest thing with this, guys, is you have to find ways to speak life into your life. And what does that mean? Okay, Robbie, I can speak life. I am alive. Yoo-hoo! But it's about this attitude that you have that when you believe God is in full control of what's going on, even though, God didn't create the coronavirus, but at the same time, he's going to use this in some way to glorify everything he does and everything he is. And I think one of the big ways is going to be through our marriage, but also through our children. And our kids, even though they've been homeschooled, this thing has been driving some of them nuts and batty because they have friends here on base. They can't just go ride their bike and go see. They have activities. Our one son, Jethro, he's a hockey player and his hockey camp got canceled. We finally went back yesterday. That's a little bit of normalcy coming back to his life a little bit. Our kids dance, our older two dance, and usually they're at dance 3 to 4 hours a night, Monday through Thursday, and nothing. Now they have to learn videos. They're sending them videos to practice at home. And even the chaos of our kids come to us at 9 o'clock at night and they're like, we're not tired. Well, it's because they're not doing as much. Our kids are very active kids. And so how do we adjust with that? How do we not let them stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching movies and sleep till noon every day and just trying to keep that normalcy of life a little bit, but at the same time speaking life into them in this chaos?
Right. Well, and I mean, one of our daughters, our older daughter, Gabby, came to us and she was just, Mom, I don't like it. It just needs to go away. I don't know if you guys have this, right? We have like our fences butt up against each other, and so the kids will climb on top of the fence to yell at the neighbors across the street. So they're yelling across the back alley to kind of keep interaction going, which is innovative, right? Like it's imaginative, creative. It sure beats the string with the can that we used to do, right?
Yep.
But her friends are 2-3 streets down, and she's like, I just want coronavirus to go away. I want to just be able to talk to my friends. We are social beings. We are designed to be social. Even just moving up here, we were missing our friends, quite a few of our friends, and so we've had a few struggles, and then the coronavirus showed up, and having to be able to sit down with Gabby and go, it's going to be okay. Life is going to be okay. You will have the day when you get to go back to your church and hang out with your junior high school friends. We will enroll you in all the fun that's possibly going to go on next year. But for right now, we get a unique opportunity as a family to bond and build stronger relationships within our family. Me and my daughter have started sewing together. I haven't touched a sewing machine in 12 years. And me and Gabby have decided to start sewing together. What I think God really did with coronavirus is he kind of just put but just kind of brought all of the addicted to busyness, all the busyness, and brought it to a halt, to where we can truly now as a family start focusing on what we think is important.
Moments into chaos and taking those moments and let that be your spoken word into the chaos, letting those good times. And like I said earlier, it's not about finding the silver lining. It's not about going, well, I don't have a job and I'm not sure about this, but I'm still breathing, so that's a good thing, right? No,
yes, it's a good thing you're breathing,
yeah,
but
obviously.
no, that's not no. But also know too that your moments aren't just every moment or every minute of the day isn't going to be a good moment.
Yeah,
you need to
happy, joy.
Embrace the highs with the lows. I mean, while we've had some really great moments, and one of my favorite ones I put on Facebook the other day was when we as a family were all cooking and the kids were having fun, and it was awesome. And it was one of those like just want to reflect back. We were also listening to like Worship Wednesday at the church, so it was kind of just one of those God intended moments. I think we've had 4 in the last 2 weeks. So it's not that every moment is like that high moment or that Pinterest perfect or that. Remember what you see on social media for the most part is everybody's highs. you don't see everybody's
And we're
lives.
guilty of that too. It's not like we're going to post a dark time when we're going through this horrible thing.
When the kids have said mom, 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 or dad, dad, dad 500 times, or the 100th Lego that you stepped on. And life's chaotic. Life's real. There's real moments in life. But embracing when you see the positive ones, hold on to them and embrace them, and know that those are moments from God, and that's, you could take those moments out of this chaotic time.
Well, and it's learning from those negative times of what's going on inside of you. What do you feel at those times? What do you what's going on with you that's causing this kind of dark time? And sometimes some of that stuff's out of our control. We can't control what our government does as far as the stay-at-home orders, and looking at the things that directly affect you and that you can control, that are going to really change that kind of outlook going forward. Because eventually, guys, things are going to get back to some sort of sense of normal.
Right.
And our biggest hope for all of you, and the biggest hope for us, is that we look back on this time and it was a moment in time, and it was a moment we can look at and go, hey, that wasn't that bad. We did all right. And, you know, all 5 kids are still breathing, and my wife is still here. I haven't buried her in the yard or anything, and everything's good.
Right.
And we just move forward. So just, guys, if you need anything, know we're here for you. We're praying for all of you, and we love all of you. And you don't like our advice, that's fine. We're not perfect. We told you in the beginning, you know, we have things in our closet. We have things that, you know, just have caused us to be who we are today. And now we're just here trying to help all of you in any way we can. So comment down below. We're still looking for things, sources to review, stuff like that.
Do comment below. Let us know how is your chaotic life going on right now. Like, let us know. Know that feelings are neither right nor wrong. Feelings are. That is who we are. So if you are feeling stressed, worried, anxious, scared, those feelings are natural and normal to have during this time. And it's kind of just giving you that outlet on how to help each other out with those types of feelings.
Yeah. So
thanks.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
See you on Thursday.
See you Thursday.